Here, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, it's been a hot minute since we talked about virtuals, and it's about that time we get into talking about virtuals again. As we're going to talk about what's next with virtuals, with all this Claude bot stuff, everything, Openclaw, I should call it Openclaw, everything that's being integrated into virtuals, and what's their next step, because this is something that they have already been looking into since they started. So before we get into talking about all of that, I would like to ask you guys, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. We're on the road to 30k subscribers. If you guys want to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, comment what you guys think down below, and while you guys are down here, you guys can hit that Discord link to join the Discord to continue the crypto conversation we're having daily. And you guys can ask, how does that Patreon group works? As you guys know, we have been hitting on some bangers of plays. We've killed this malt bot narrative mainly due to Motebook. We was early to that, as you guys can see from the post there, and you guys can see other plays we've gotten into, and then you also see the utility we've added to the Patreon side with the crypto terminal. You guys were looking at it before. There's a lot of utility that's coming to this Patreon that you guys do not want to miss out on, and after you guys check all that out, you guys can pick up the Essentials to Mastering Tokenomics ebook. This will help you guys pick out the next gem in your cryptocurrency portfolio. Once you're able to understand market cap, FDV, narrative, vesting, all of that is very important to picking out the next gem in your cryptocurrency portfolio. And after you guys do your DD, you guys can use code ACHQ2026 to save you guys 40% off your first month in the Patreon group, to test out the group, see if the terminal is for you, like test out the terminal, see if the group is for you, how you guys like it and all, right? Lastly, if you guys are looking for a cold storage wallet, use Tangem. Well, I use Tangem. If you guys want to use the same, use code Everything Altcoin, save yourself 10%. All the links for all of this will be in the comment section down below, and let's get right into the video, guys. So virtuals is down big, down to 53 cents. Right now, this is pretty good. I would like it to come down a little cheaper as well. This is pretty much the one that started the AI agent craze. You guys already know how this whole thing operated here. You guys could have got it for the lows here if you guys were paying attention to my channel at all. You guys know we killed it on this whole run up here. We killed season 1 of virtuals, then you had season 2 of virtuals here, and then a little bit of season 3 here. Nothing too crazy, and now we're in a whole different cycle now where we're full bear pretty much, right? We're full bear, we could say it now. So now it has dropped down. It hasn't reached its all-time high again since that mania where it hit about 5 billion market cap, right? Which is huge seeing where it came from. Right now we're looking at it at $354 million market cap. Of course, it can get cheaper depending on what is happening with the overall market. If this gets a lot cheaper, I do definitely like this, especially if it comes down to that range around 250 to even 150 million market cap. I'm not saying it will, but if it does, those are favorable prices for virtuals as an infrastructure for the entire AI agent narrative. This and Banker is something that I would have in the portfolio to ride up for this whole AI agent narrative, especially when it comes down to base. Now, you guys already know this is the post that they put out just the start of this new year, right? 2025 was a year of building the agentic economy. 2026 will be the year of expanding into embodied economy, right? This was before there was, you know, starting to lean a lot more into the robotic side of things, as robotics is 2026 will be the year of robotics. Will it play out on crypto? We don't know yet, but a lot of robotics things is going to be happening in real life, in like the traditional markets and all of that. So they probably was leaning towards robotics a lot. Now with everything that's going on with Claudebot, Openclaw, Motebot, anything you want to call it, whatever is happening right now is something so big that virtuals had to look back into it, because this actually goes hand in hand with their mission that they started off. So they now have included Openclaw into their ACP, into their infrastructure. This is huge for Openclaw. This is also huge for virtual, seeing how big Openclaw has now gotten and the onboarding that has gone through base with Banker and things like that. So a lot of people are interested in creating their own bot with Openclaw and things like that. You guys already know you should have an Openclaw bot by now. We had a full-blown live stream. If you guys don't know, we live stream Tuesday, Thursday around 5 p.m. Eastern. If you guys want to join that, have that noti bell on, because we get into a lot of these topics right now, so you guys can see how this infrastructure stack works. You got the user and development here, but now you're going to have the whole agent Openclaw self-hosted agent, right? So this is going to be able to have their own identity with their agent wallet, ACP jobs. So this is also going to be integrated into what they're doing with ACP, and then you're going to have the funding, one token for the agent, and then you're going to have the commerce. They're going to be able to do their jobs, you know, whatever they want wanted to do. This was their vision pretty much, right? And then social, and you now got that. So you got 4 things that this Openclaw can end up hitting into, right? And of course you got the dev here. So this is all huge, because if you guys don't know, this whole agentic economy, this whole AI agents on chain was such a big thing for virtual. And as you guys can see from EtherMage's post here, this is a reply to what he had here. Likely the first on-chain commerce by autonomous agent happened here a year ago. So what is he talking about? Some of you guys probably forgot, but you guys probably forgot Luna. Luna was that AI autonomous agent that you guys could stream, that you guys could talk to on their stream, on her stream. She was supposed to do a whole bunch of different things. She has a launch pad. So I don't know, Virtuals has been trying to do a lot of different things with this whole AI agent ecosystem things. Some people would have forgotten because they really tried to do a lot, right? So now Luna, I think Luna was also able to, Luna was also able to buy Jesse Pizza. You guys don't, if you guys remember that, it was able to buy Jesse Pizza. So that was like the first on-chain transaction pretty much by an agent. So like I said, this was already a part of their vision, but now that Openclaw has come out and kind of made that vision even, it expanded that vision a lot more now and made things a lot easier. And you can see now, so from phase 1, right, 2025, use agents as tools helping humans automate and trade. Phase 2, now to 12 months, agents as legal entities, fully autonomous economic actors and with their own wallets and PNL. We're gonna dive more into that because they got a full post on that, right? In phase 3, 2 to 3 years, agent economies thriving on-chain markets where humans become minority participants, right? So that's their vision that's going to be happening with these phases here. The future is agentic. Now getting more into their pillars of infrastructure for their truly autonomous agent, you guys already know we broke down the identity, the funding, commerce, social, so we're not going to really talk about that. I just want to talk about the big points that they put in this article here for pretty much what's next and all of it. So getting into it here, you guys can see the innovation to virtuals here. If you're building AI agents and want them to have persistent identity, participate in commerce, and coordinate with other agents, we want to work with you, right? This is going to lead to what we're going to get into next, right? If you're researching truly autonomous and open-ended systems and thinking about economic incentives, trust mechanism, or multi-agent coordination, we want to collaborate, right? So they're pretty much opening the doors to devs to come onto their platform to work with them for fully autonomous, like the whole agentic economy right now, right? So here's what they have done recently here, right? So launched a 60-day dev thing that we're going to get into right after. So this basically enables agent tokenization with real revenue generation. Founders can monetize early traction, accumulate capital transparently, access funds upon commitment, lowering risk while preserving the upside. And with that, as you guys know, they deployed their Openclaw ACP skills for agents to autonomously discover, hire, earn, and pay other specialized agents on chain through the ACP that they got going on. So with that, their first Openclaw agent builder generated 200 USDC in accumulated funds for X402 Guard in 48 hours. That's pretty good, right? With a 10K stipend, credits, and ACP access offered to new builders. So this is their thing that they just started off with. This is honestly, I commend Virtuals for doing things, even though they have reiterated, try to add different ways to them to stay relevant. We got to call a spade a spade. This is pretty much what they have done, right? But with all this Openclaw stuff has now brought them right back to their original vision, which is pretty good, and which is why I like this, right? So now they have their 60-day ideas, a 60-day period for founders to test, pivot, and validate ideas with one launch. This is onboarding a lot of new devs here and bringing them a lot of new projects. Hopefully, obviously there has been some decent projects. That X402 Guard, we actually even called out one in the Discord that launched overnight and actually did okay and then dumped a little bit, right? So now you guys can see what's going on here. These are all real devs that you could look into, see what their history is like, see what they're building. Some of these are, Moltbook, Profile on Chain. You got Openclaw, Claudie. There's some that's just focused on other things, right? So now their recent most successful launch so far, what it looks like, is X402 Guard here, which has 51 more days, and it continues to build here. You got 10X here, Post King. So these are other people that is building here in this space. So I'm actually excited for this, seeing what's going to be happening. Oh, I see a robotics play right there, right? So this is looking all interesting as of right now, right? And now with the expansion of the ACP X402 and things like that, when you go onto X402 scan, you guys can see the top server right now is ACP X402 virtuals, right? You guys can see the volume that they're bringing in, 56,000 in total volume here, 521 buyers. This is just updated right now through Coinbase and virtuals as the two facilitators here. So this is a good way to see how their ecosystem, their agentic ecosystem, is working as of right now. And why I bring this up is pretty much, you guys can see from Goon Crypto's tweet here, right? So virtuals is the top server on X402 with 76,000 transactions, 187,000 volume, 1.5k buyers in the last 24 hours. Also ranks number 3 in facilitator, 37k requests and 92k volume, right? So why this matters here, pretty much the data shows real demand. People are actively using virtual agents right now. Facilitator numbers prove it, right? And then every request is an agent executing a task, making a swap, checking data, automating workflows, right? These agents need Rails to function. Virtuals is providing that infrastructure. The buyer counts tell another story. 1.5 unique buyers in the past 24 hours, meaning the ecosystem is expanding compared to other AI agent platforms, primarily Banker, let's be honest. Well, these other ones that they're talking about, facilitators, Pay AI, you got Dexter and things like that, they're comparing it to that. But now I believe that Bankers are also going to be on this list. If they're going to become a facilitator as well, that could be huge for them, right? And then you scroll down, you guys can see the whole volume and things like that. So right now things is looking pretty good for virtuals in terms of like this whole agentic economy that's now starting to shape up again on chain. This is a potential here for virtuals to make a big step, a huge step, even though now they're going to have some good competition. They're going to have some good competition because Banker is doing a lot of the social launching right now. This is the big thing, the social launching right on X. You guys already know everyone's pretty much on X here. They got their own launch pad. They're providing the same, not the same exact tools that virtuals is, but because virtuals got their own ACP as well, but Banker is also providing tools for this agentic economy. So these two, I'm telling you, I will be looking. It's going to be hard to pick a winner, of course, of going forward now, but I would like to have both in the wallet, right? When it comes down to the whole entire AI agent. If you're bullish on AI agent economy now going forward, you would want these plays like Banker and virtuals to be a main player in your portfolio to get access to that, because once this thing shapes back around and goes back bullish, we're going to be seeing virtuals honestly take off, Banker take off. But I want to know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and if you guys haven't subscribed already yet, please do so. We're on the road to 30k subscribers. If you guys want to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.